Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to the grand virtual edition of the CX NXT Summit, produced by Martech Vibe. My name is Aziza Razak Birdiva, and I'm a keynote speaker, fulfillment coach, and presenter. And I'm delighted to host this high-level summit today. Thank you all for joining us today. It's fantastic to see all you industry leaders together virtually. I hope you and your loved ones have been well and keeping safe. It's no surprise that customer experience, known as CX, has become the focal point of all marketing strategies and business decisions. While marketing leaders are leveraging new technological advances, CX NXT, the Virtual Customer Experience Summit, will demonstrate how technology, strategy, culture, and innovation can quench ever evolving customer expectations. Bridging the gap between what businesses really want and what they need, as well as what they should aim for and what their current bandwidth allows them to do. The summit heralds an era of new customer touchpoints for organizations. A mix of global expertise, regional leaders, and select solution providers based on their experience will help businesses set their CX strategy right. As always, we have an extensive A-list speakers lineup and engaging agenda, so stay tuned. I would like to thank our distinguished speakers, all our attendees, and all our partners who have supported Martech Vibe and made this event possible. And a massive thank you to HCL Unica, our presenting partner, for being at the forefront of the CX narrative in the region. Thank you to our gold sponsors, Zdesk, Telium, and Freshworks. And now it is time to start our summit with an impactful session for the day on how to empower your CX strategy with a personalized omnichannel engagement and smart journeys. And our speaker to join us today is our presenting partner, HCL Unica, and representing them is Gulcin Buyukcil. She's a sales director, Middle East. Gulcin has been a leading HCL Unica software in Turkey, Israel, and entire Middle East since March 2021. Before joining HCL Software, she worked for IBM as an experienced software pre-sales consultant responsible for marketing automation and CX solutions in the MEA region. She has also specialized in end-to-end CRM project implementations for over a decade. I would like to welcome Gulcin, and over to you.
Thank you, Aziza. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to CX Next Customer Experience Summit. Thank you, Martech Vibe, hosting me in this session, giving me the privilege to present our CX strategy. Today, with this session, I'm on a mission to demonstrate how technology can provide the seamless experience that new age customers demand. So let me share my presentation. Hope you can see the presentation. Aziza, please confirm. Hello, Aziza? Okay. Hopefully you can see the presentation. So I skip myself. Aziza, thank you for the introduction. I directly jump into the presentation. Today, our topic is CX, and all of us know that customer experience is now the key differentiator for the brands. But why? What happened? What has changed in the last 10 years? The answer is easy and unique. It's because customers' expectations changed. Customers now want to connect with brands in their own way, when they want, where they want, on whatever device or channel they choose. That said, the brands should get ready to take delivery of fresh grocery items from farm to table and track the source just like you would on UPS or FedEx, or book medical appointments, theater and event tickets, all with the same level of ease. Brands and companies will have to connect with their customers in the time and space they are in, at work or in their private life. Even if we focus on the rate of change in technology and the amount of information that is created has exploded, around 2/3 of the world population is now connected to the internet. And in the more mature markets, over 70% of the customers start a search online or purchase online. And this continues to grow exponentially year on year. In short, customer engagement is not linear anymore. Even the other way around, it is frenetic and constantly changing. They say that people buy experiences, or at least they don't buy only products or services. Why is this important? If 70% of the journeys start online, and your systems, your processes, and your people need to engage in real time to respond to this inbound opportunity, it is the lowest cost engagement in your business model, right? What is the optimal channel? What is the optimal path to purchase, and the least time taken to deliver exceptional customer experience? Our customer marketing teams do this day by day, orchestrating and automating individual customer journeys by the millions, combining inbound and outbound interactions into a seamless experience. In short, your journeys need to be always on to know your customers. Provide as contextual and constant dialogue across all channels and connect emotionally with your customers. So at HCL Software, why we are building a product, a platform focusing on user experience and behavioral insights? That's because customers and users demand more. They want to find things faster. They have items delivered to them tomorrow, even in few hours, and that reduces people's patience overall as part of their journey. If we look at the researches, it says 90% of CX professionals admit that they are lack of deep insights into why users are doing the things they do. This is reflected in the market. 78% of digital experience professionals rate the customer experience they provide as very or extremely high priority. And personalization. This will happen over time as marketing unifies its channels and data. Getting those users relevant products or information, customizing their experience to them. 44% of them will become repeat buyers if that experience is made specific to them. And at HCL, we help you to understand your customers, engage your customers, and continuously improve the experience towards brand loyalty. Now, up to now, we have covered the importance of CX and the changing demands of the digital customers. But then, why companies are still struggling to adopt CX and execute this CX strategy? For this, I would like to point out a research conducted by IDC with some CMOs and CXOs. The senior level executives were asked about their CX challenges. And if you look at the results, almost all of them refer to complexity of the elements, lack of customer insights, the difficulty of integration of front stage and backstage, etc. So let's focus on the top 3 challenges. Achieving a deep understanding of the customer experience across the entire organization is seen as the biggest challenge for marketing leaders in managing the customer experience, with 83%. The other 2 biggest challenges are followed by 70% of the leaders, which are creating optimal experiences across all channels and devices and integrating touchpoints seamlessly across the entire journey. So if we try to understand the first challenge, which is understanding the customer experience, we see that The complexity of CX processes becomes more complex with the siloed and disconnected marketing functions. Manual processes, inconsistent data, and lack of visibility into other engagement initiatives lead to poor experiences. Further complicate this with the perpetually connected customers, where the expectation is that every interaction with the brand is to be personalized, regardless of the channel. Think about what it takes to personalize an engagement. It means to understand past behavior, current behavior, and predictive behavior, and engage with relevant content in the moment of interaction. This is the challenge that marketers face: how to deliver one to one marketing in real time through any channel the customer engages with the brand. So, when we refer to the other challenges, uh, which are integrating all the touch points seamlessly and creating an optimal experiences across all channels. If you factor in the explosion of the digital age with normal marketing execution processes, you can begin to appreciate the challenges CX leaders face. When we focus on the drivers of marketing and CX teams, we can clearly see that the processes are very complex, even in the normal flow of the campaign management. There are many points to consider: which customer segments will be targeted, what kind of offers will be prioritized, what priority should the channels have considering the capacity constraints, what are the communication constraints of the customers, what kind of journeys to which group of customers should be designed, which offer is the best offer when the customer is transacting real time in the online channel, or how the positive or negative answers we receive from the customers will be reflected on other channels. The necessity of managing all this together in the most correct way, as well as the goal of achieving success in important KPIs, is really tough, as you see. But when you all set up all these components correctly, it is in your hands to establish the communication with the customer whenever he wants to finish his journey with satisfaction. So now let's become more specific and try to understand a real customer journey once the journey is in operation. In this example, the customer seeking to book a room and enjoy the contactless service a hotel has to offer. The journey begins with typical booking of a reservation through any of the channels, like website, like mobile hotel application, or like call center through the hotel reservation desk. And once a reservation is made, a thank you email with a booking confirmation is sent, and reminders to install the hotel's mobile app are included, right? And if a reservations are incomplete after a period of defined time in the journey, a message is sent to the customer asking them to complete their booking as rooms are filling up, etc. And this hotel assumes some of the customers will be users of the mobile app and receive notifications about their reservation and stay. Additionally, customers not using mobile app will still enjoy SMS and email messages that prompt with some reminders and info about their stay. There are also pre-stay messages that are programmed into the journey based on real-time and behavior to remind customers about, let's say, early check-in options, housekeeping services, or some partner offers to make the stay more enjoyable. So as you see already now, it is enough complicated, and it is not the end of the journey. Finally, in our example, we have to send several communications upon a checkout, like thank you, we hope you enjoyed your stay, and another survey is follow up with the communications. So, as I mentioned, the journey includes multiple interactions with different touch points, and you have to correctly manage these interactions to provide a seamless experience, right? But is it easy? No, that is very complicated process that the marketers should put high attention. That's why HCL is putting a platform for marketers and CX leaders to understand, to easily define and manage the journeys and marketing goals, and natively send SMS, email, and push messages, and connect to third-party marketing systems. In our hotel example, the marketer of the hotel will use, for example, the Unica platform, and to easily build the journey and define messages through the interfaces that you see in this slide. Here is another example to designing a customer journey programs. This is a banking case, and in our example, Woodburn Bank wants to build a meaningful digital journey for its customers. And the bank is focusing on what are the criteria to select a specific group of customers to this journey. The bank combines demographic data, individual segment data, behavioral data, channel usage data, communication history data to define which target group should a specific customer belong to. Then bank defines the personas and define the associated opportunities with that personas. So let's say they call it the adventurous journey. Based on the design of the journey, Zachary is included in the journey, the adventurist, and the bank knows that Zachary is all about experiences and he likes to go places and do things. He is anxious to get away since he is not being able to travel due to COVID, but he has extra vacation. So where the journey exactly starts, Zachary is on planning about his next trip on a website of a travel agency, and he sees an advertisement from Woodburn Bank about their new travel card. He decides to investigate and he clicks. The linked page romances travel and displays the product benefits such as double miles on all purchases, discount on travel-related services, plus peace of mind with travel insurance, lost bag, etc. He likes the context and finds insightful for him, and he clicks on learn more and apply button, and a page with all the needed fields for travel card application opened. He starts, but he abandons the page after only completing half of the needed fields. So HCL CX Analytics solution detects this abandonment as a struggle and sends this information to Journey Builder to initiate an abandonment recovery journey. And Zah receives an email to come back and complete his application. He clicks through the email and is taken back to his in-process application. He completes the details and submits. And once his application was reviewed by the back office of Wooden Bank, Journey gets an approval event from the card systems, let's say in that case. This initiates an email and push notification, and Zah receives a notification saying that his travel card application has been now approved. He also receives an email with the application approval and information about the benefits of the traveler card. So let's say after 2 days, the Journey checked whether Zah's card has been activated. If not, Zah receives an email reminder to activate his new cards. And he provides the required information for activation, and he opts in for the further notices about his card and to find helpful travel notifications. Is the journey ended? No, not yet. After a month passed until the activation of his card, Zah is online paying his credit card bill, and there he sees a notification compelling him to use his card again within 30 days to receive additional bonus points. So this is as part of the credit card nurturing process, and Wooden Bank is able to deliver this message real time during the time of interaction. And he also keeps receiving relevant communications, let's say after purchasing his plane tickets for his first or several vacations. he receives a push notification reminding him to check out all the great benefits of his card. And up to now, Wooden Bank do the right things to provide a seamless experience to Zah. And meanwhile, in the back office, an agent sees why the registration failed in the first place by analyzing sessions with abandoned registrations. By defining the root cause of customer struggle, the back office agent says, IT department should here. So Wooden Bank can continually improve this way.
Thank you
And
so much. Sorry. Thank you so much, Gulcin. I'm afraid we're a bit running out of time. It was such a
okay,
brilliant presentation, and thank you for such a relevant keynote and starting off our summit with a really powerful session. Thank you so much for that.